Today we're at Wich and we're going to be looking at the interface for their in-person ordering system. So instead of logging in, you just need a tap to start your order. Dine in or take out, we're going to be taking out today. Have a rewards account. I don't choose a method to check in. I've used the phone number in the past or email, but I've never used any of the loyalty points here. They've never added up. So I'll be honest, I find this kind of a waste of a step. It's not something that I've used personally, and I haven't seen other students. And in fact, normally what I see is students walk in and go to the front counter and completely bypass the self-checkout because it's kind of complicated. I think this is one area that the interface does really well, where you can choose different proteins as the base, and I think this part is probably one of the best functions, is this easy setup. It also will organize it by their deal of the day. So if you're having trouble picking something, offering up a variety of sandwiches with different styles for different preferences. I do notice that they're all meat-based. I wish that there was one vegetarian option presented from the very beginning. I mean, it's California, right? Like, why not tomato avocado? That's pretty standard. Black bean patties are good, but I've noticed that a lot of vegetarians like to stay away from these kind of pre-processed protein substitutes. I mean, caprese right there. That should be up at the very front here in the meal of the day with one of these. So what we're going to do today is, let's pick an Italian. Muffalata. Large. Wheat bread. You can do extra meat. We're not going to do that today. Oh, we do hot. I like the bread toasted. That's a personal preference. I think this is probably one of the better multi-options. So no cheese, right? You can kind of go through and pre-pick. I think this is the benefit of using the self-service, is that you can go through and easily choose your preferences without having to really relay that information to a worker. And I know here at this location they're kind of short-staffed, so the more they can focus on other tasks other than taking an order is really good for them. So in our veggies and more, why don't we just go through and pick some of these? How about pickles today? We've already got olives from the olive salad, spinach, jalapenos, lettuce, tomato. See, that would be a lot to tell somebody, and for them to get correct as well. Meal. I didn't know they do French fries here. Let's try it. Fascinating. I even learned something today. All right, we're gonna try that. Add to order. Okay, and this is where it gets really bad. This is the part I've noticed. So I've added on a drink and French fries. This is pointless. Would you like to add anything else? So I'm assuming it must just be default for every order. But if they're already choosing a drink and a side, I wish this page would be skipped. So no thank you. We're going to checkout. This is where it gets really complicated. So we don't need to worry about this unless you're leaving the building. So we're just going to continue. And then as a student, you cannot pay for your meal right here. So what you need to choose, and this is a part I hate the most, is you have to know ahead of time that you're gonna pay, even though I'm not gonna use cash, and print your receipt so that I can then use my prepaid meal plan. And then we'll be order 61. So let's see how that turns out.